Okay, so I just wanted to do something about MK5s when you replace the stock seats with aftermarkets. I'm going with Braum, but this will be the same for any aftermarket seat that does not have airbags. So when you take out the seat, this is the driver's side. You're gonna have these two clips here. This one here goes to the seat belt. So all you're doing is disconnecting that, and that you don't touch this clip. They are difficult to get out, so be careful with them. They do break easily. But to not have an airbag light, this is the clip you're looking at. I just wanted to show you which one it's gonna be. It's got 3 lines in it. I believe they are white, green, and brown. So now that I've shown you which clip you're looking at, I'm going to show you what to do with that clip. Let me just go grab some stuff. So I just figured all this out, and there really is nothing online about this. So you can just bear with me while I grab the wire so I can show you what I need to do. All right, so, and also the passenger side, you have to take out all of this from the seat. This is the bladder that is the seat, the occupancy sensor. To take it out, I had to kind of disassemble the seat air cushion, the cushion a little bit, and then pry it out. It's held in place with some plastic connector things right here, here, and here, and here. So you just pop those out. But the wires I wanted to show you, which are the same on the driver's and passenger, just the passenger side, you need to have all of this out of, all of the electronics need to come out of the passenger seat. But as for the airbag light, the connector you want is this one right here. It's got the 3 wires, like I said, brown, green, and white. And all you're gonna do is, here's the other end, right down here, is take, the brown one stays separate. Don't worry about the brown one, just tape that off. But all you're gonna do is take a 3.3 ohm resistor and solder it to each end of these, the white and green. And that's gonna take off the airbag sensor, as long as you have all this other stuff taken out and connected in. And that's it. All it is, solder a 3.3 ohm connect wire or resistor to that, to those 2 wires there, and that will get rid of your airbag light. So there have been no videos on this, so I decided I'd make a real quick one. I might do a better one as I'm doing the install, but this bladder needs to go under the springs of the new seat, and I'm just gonna have to tuck away all this other stuff. This is just the seat belt, you know. So yeah, that's that. I hope that's been I hope that's been a good explanation. Sorry about that. I'm kind of tired right now, but I hope that really helped, because I hadn't found anything. Like I said, 3.3 ohm connect, 3.3 ohm resistor. Connect one end to the green, one end to the white. I'm going to solder them together so they're solid. Tape them up, and then everything is plugged in, and you should not have an airbag light. And always remember to disconnect the battery when you're messing with airbags, because you don't want it to blow up in your face. And so, you know, just be careful. I don't want anybody getting knocked out or worse. So be careful when you're messing around with airbags, but that's how you do it on an MK5. I think it's the same for an MK6, but I'm not positive. But yeah, I really don't like Christmas trees, so that's going to get rid of it for you. So take it easy, everybody. Hope this helps. Okay, so I did a real quick video showing the resistor for all of this stuff, for the airbags when you're swapping out the stock seats in my MK5 with aftermarket racing seats. So this is what it's going to look like when it's all done. As you can see, the bladder, which is underneath the carpeted part, has been slipped in. I actually saw that it has kind of like legs on it, so it goes forward with the two legs going where the legs would go, and then the larger portion is where you'd be sitting. So that's the sensor tucked in. Be careful about this wire here. It does have to get forced underneath these bars and springs. So what I did was I went, it's kind of hard to show, but I went up first and then folded it and went down below the springs, if that makes sense. Either way, just be careful when you're putting it in. You don't want to rip it or anything, because I believe it's full of either air or fluid, considering it's called a bladder, and that's what allows you to know that there's something in the seat. Now, I'm not sure if these springs are going to be too tight and it's always going to register somebody in the seat, which could be a pain in the butt when it comes to having your seatbelt light showing. If that's the case, I know I can disable that with VAGCOM, or OBD11 is what I use, but VAGCOM is, you know, the Volkswagen Audi group tool, which would be used to eliminate airbag light sensors or whatever. OBD11 does the exact same thing. So what I did was, well, with the bracket on, you have to make sure that everything's going to be, you know, when it slides forward or back, that it's not going to hit any of these modules. So right here in the middle seems to be a good spot where I can go all the way back, all the way forward, and these won't be hit. So, you know, when it goes and mounts into the car, one second. This cord will be out here, and it'll be going down into, I believe there's going to be, the area is going to be around here somewhere, or maybe it'll be under the seat. Not really sure exactly where it's going to be, but this is free moving so that it's under the bracket and it won't be crushed as the seat gets moved back and forth. Just to make, you know, I mean, I'm probably just going to leave the seat, and especially the passenger seat, in a set position. And, you know, if I have passengers, just say don't move the seat, because I don't want any of that to get all screwed up. But yeah, that's how it sits. That's how it's going to be transferred over the seatbelt buckle, or the seatbelt, yeah, or whatever you call it, seatbelt bottom portion. I really don't know what it's called, but transferred this over on both sides. And I do have a Redline fire extinguisher, so there's the added on, obviously, Redline aftermarket for a universal bracket. Now, for the driver's seat, it's much easier. You just have to make sure you keep this connected, because this gets plugged in. And when I was taking the seats out, I actually cut this, and I did put the resistor in here. It's all taped up now, but the 3.3 resistor is in there. Obviously I didn't need that much wire. I didn't know that at the time. So if you cut it, you might want to cut it down here or even closer to the thing, because this is all going to get wrapped up and just put into that flap where it came out of, and just kind of tucked out of the way. Maybe I'll leave a little bit out, because I know resistors do get hot, so maybe not having it so close to all the connectors will be a good idea. I'm really not sure. This is a first for me. So, but besides that, I did bring, as you can see, I brought the seats inside the house, because as I was doing all this, you're gonna be tilting the seats back, turning them sideways, flipping them around, you know, and doing it on carpet rather than the floor of my garage was a much better way to keep the seats from getting all screwed up. So that being said, I'm going to be putting these in. I'm going to be putting these seats in a little bit later today. And since I already did the resistance testing and making sure that the ohms were the correct size, 3.3, I'm pretty confident that this is just going to be the 4 bolts, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, for each seat, and then literally just plugging these in, and it should be ready to go. And then I'll be pretty much done with the interior. Besides, I think I'm going to do some dyeing of the carpets and stuff like that, cleaning that up. But I just wanted to make this quick video because I couldn't find it anywhere online. And you know, this was a whole bunch of research and, you know, putting pieces together. So I figured I would show you the finished look of what it is, what it's going to look like when you have all the components. It's really the passenger seat that's the biggest issue. But even though you do still have to do the 3.3 resistor for the airbags on the driver's seat, the passenger seat was the biggest question for me. And so I just wanted you to see how I set it up. And after I plug it in, if everything goes well, this video will have a completion with the dash lights not being on and the seats fully functional. Alright, so that's where I'm at now. I'm gonna go get these seats put in and finish this up. Alright, guys. Alright, so here we are driving, and as you can see, I have no lights on. No airbag light, no seatbelt light, and all of the stock airbags are working like they're supposed to. So even though I removed the seats, the car is still acting safe. Not to mention, not having dashboard lights is just a huge plus because I hate dashboard lights. So there you go. That's just to show you that this will work for MK5s, and I believe MK6 is also. I'm pretty sure they're like exactly the same, but don't hold me to that. I know this works for an MK5, so but if you get into your MK6 and it looks very similar, then I would, you know, bet it's the same, because actually I think I saw this on an MK6 forum. So well, that's one of the pieces of information I used to put this together. So there you go, that's everything. Hope you enjoyed the video, hope this helped. I haven't seen many of these, if any, actually, so hopefully you guys find this if you need it, and have a great day.